This team 328th in college basketball in minutes continuity. So a lot of new faces for Tavon Sadler, as long as he has. And you got to be a sponge. He certainly was, and what an opportunity for him at a young age to carve out his head coaching career.
Second chance points in the first of the game for Jahmir Young. Down to 9 to shoot for Ireland. Into the paint and put it over Scott.
And Ireland coming off a career-high 25 points against Elizabeth City State University.
Well, Nicholls too part of the aspect as Young on the drive. Nice leave to Reese, but a good recovery.
You can see Nicholls is just flooding the weak side. And that's a massive shot for Dante Scott's confidence.
Scott has hit a three, and they got a couple of open guys. Harris Smith drove into traffic.
Well, he's just got to stay at the three-point line and be ready to shoot. I mean, they are giving up open threes.
Into the corner, there's an open three, and Ireland has all 5 for Nicholls. Well, Nicholls hasn't turned the basketball over yet, and they're 4.5 minutes into this game. That is not something you say very often against a Kevin Willard coach team. Jalen White, good three-point shooter, and Nicholls has an early lead.
And some of these young guys struggling in that regard. That's the right way to play this Maryland Terrapin team.
Down to the block, and Geronimo is on the scorer's book. Kaiser is in the game. And you mentioned him, he hit 3 triples last week.
For Geronimo, he's still trying to find maybe a little bit of his role on both ends of the floor, trying to get used to playing the zone, playing the press, and certainly offensively where he can pick his spots and be effective. He is a physical guard, good size at 6'6", and there with that cut, just making himself available at the front of the rim.
A scored pass, Kaiser in rhythm, and he has been so much better the last few games.
I don't think that they have the shooting around him that Penn State did last year, where they had multiple guys at 40%, but he can fill it up right there. Deontay Smith coming off an injury.
High school player of the year from that team in the 2019-20 season. Jamal West Jr. Deshaun Harris Smith, and they're going to need more of that. As this year goes on, you're wondering who's going to score with this lineup on the floor. At the opening 3 of the ball game, there's only shot so far in this ball game. The alley-oop to Swanton Roger.
Great read right there, though.
Can't miss this, and he didn't.
You can see just how concerned they are with Jahmir Young with the way Deontay Smith some first half minutes and making an impact on both sides of the floor.
They're playing hard on defense. 1 to shoot. West for 3 at the buzzer to beat the shot clock.
Pretty good defense. Weak side defender nowhere to be found. And that's good defense from Dante Scott. This has been a little bit choppy on both sides, in both regards.
Harris Smith fought it off. Reese the offensive putback for the deuce.
That's where he flattened the zone with the skip pass, and good things happen.
Open look at 3 again, and Rob Brown hits from 3. So it's been back and forth. Maryland had an early lead. Nicholls took advantage. And here's Geronimo all by himself.
Something that he can do. He can be aggressive defensively, has to be an active defender, get on the offensive glass, be an active cutter. He's still searching out for his role, but that's one way that he can make a big impact for Maryland.
Yeah, he's starting to find it.
Nicholls has had some going. Jordan Geronimo just shooting through this passing lane. He can go up there and get it. Jordan Geronimo going up and throwing down. He knows Kevin Willard so well and what he wants to do.
Smith for 3. They continue to stay hot from beyond the arc.
I know that they've got one more before they're going to take that break, but they terrify coaches.
Counted and the foul. Deontay Smith was out of control.
That's kind of been the story for Nicholls, as they've driven into the painted area. Now he gets that Euro, you get Jahmir Young. Certainly that man had himself a pretty good first half as well.
You saw Deontay Smith wrapping his hand. He missed the last 3 games with a hand injury. Jahmir Young, their most consistent player all year. He has struggled today. 2 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 5 from the free throw line. He does have 8 rebounds and 3 blocks.
What a block.
But West has his second block. Lost the basketball in transition. They found Jalen White, and the deadly 3-point shooter hits again. Now Nicholls had the lead for a few minutes in the first half and a chance to take it again. Brown for the advantage, and Nicholls back in front.
an easy game. Throw it inside, play through your best player, a little ball fake. Scott doesn't want to come out. Cash money for Rob Brown from the...
Well, and as choppy as it has been, you'd think you'd have more than 9 combined turnovers. But that's all we got. And it's just flying around, and it's an open three.
Wow.
And White hits his 4th. Now, Indiana trailed by 15 earlier tonight here on Big Ten Network. Came back to win it home. Julian Reese using all of his energy to fight that one back up and in. And Reese gave it back to Geronimo. He's like, why are you giving it to me? Threw it right back out there.
Like Jackie Moon throwing it back out.
Dante Scott's been the offense.
He has tried every
move.
He has tried every one.
3 to shoot for Brown. Floater.
Oh,
my goodness, the hook shot on the baseline.
The sky hook on the baseline. Here's that shot from Rob Brown. I mean, these count. Jahari Long is right there.
Young to regain the lead. Geronimo on the inside. Puts it up and in overtime.
And that's where he's much more equipped to make plays. He's had open 3.
There's just no confidence there. You can see it when he goes to the line. All the bodies on the floor. Nicholls comes away with it. Ireland in transition to the bucket, and we're tied again.
The way he got to the body of Jahari Long just takes him out of the play. He beat Reese down the floor. A big-time play off a 50-50 ball that goes the way of Nicholls.
Here Young pulls up and strokes the triple. Maryland is at 9 threes tonight and back up by 3.
Just think right now, it's got to be his time. You have got to get the ball in the hands of Jameer Young and let him just make plays.
And he hits again. Jalen White, a career-high tying 5 triples tonight. 1 possession game. Jameer Young working on 17 and 10. Good kick out, extra pass. Long for 3. He hits his 2nd and a half.
Not turning the basketball over and living on the offensive boards with some timely shot making. Certainly been the difference.
Great find. And Tavon Sadler takes his final timeout. Tangle them. They'll send him back to the benches here. This is the end of this play.
What a pass. He's just trying to run back down the floor. And
that is 34 in a row for Jameer Young. And more importantly at the moment, back to a 3-possession game. Smith again. West another offensive rebound. Smith on the drive, the kick out. That is Michael Gray for 3. His first points of the game.
He just drives this thing, gets to the baseline and hangs, delivers, the catch, and then
Gray can't hit a second. Young has the rebound. They will not foul, and Maryland is going to survive. Kevin Willard and his former assistant Tavon Sadler with an embrace.